Okay.
Oh my God. So excited. Amy Silverberg. Hi.
Hello. Wow, I'm so happy to be back to make my triumphant return.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Absolutely.
Us too.
We have your book on display. I wish we could have done the whole bookshelf. That would have been like
all my books.
Barnes and Noble
you guys
display.
spend $300 just like on my
casually.
Half of the sales are this studio.
That's usually how most people get to number one, right? Like there's just like somebody.
That
buys
is
something
actually how like all the Fox News hosts get
Really?
to number one is they do big buyouts of their own book. That's why if you look at the NYT bestseller list, it's always like
Well, they have a little indicator now on the books when they indicate which ones they think did that. I think
really?
I know
You ain't gonna see that on mine, baby.
I know because Sheena Shea from Vanderpump Rules.
I got news for you. We have the same editor.
Do
and
you?
Yes, and we were at the same publisher. And then my editor, shout out to Jackie, brilliant editor, was like posting all about Sheena. I go, I had a book out too.
You're like,
yeah.
Excuse me.
And I'm like, also, can you get me in a room with Sheena?
Second of all, were you watching
God,
Sheena while you were playing poker? Before we started recording, Amy was talking about watching reality TV while
I play poker. Yeah, I'm a degenerate poker player. I shouldn't say degenerate. I win more than I lose. You know?
There you go.
But isn't degenerate like it's a gambler term of pride, right?
Kind of.
Yeah.
You know, kind of. Yeah, but when people aren't used to hearing about gamblers and they hear the word degenerate, they get worried for me.
Yeah. Oh wait, Amy, I actually have a present for you.
Wow.
Now that we're talking about it,
It's my own book.
Can we hold the phone?
Yeah.
Since it's coming up, keep talking.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. This is very exciting.
I know.
I also just went to Vegas for a bachelorette party.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What'd y'all do?
We went to a strip club. This was my first time at a true.
Oh,
like,
I've never been to one.
strip club where the women are. I didn't like it.
Oh wait, you went to one where women are stripping?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh wow, degenerate.
Oh my God.
Degenerate. This is perfect. I'm gonna wear this
Degenerates.
to play poker, and people are gonna be like,
That's
okay.
great.
Yeah, like I've been to
Wait,
Jumbo's.
what does this mean? Wait.
Sports-
I just went with it. I was like,
It's
okay.
You're just like, oh, Dejanette.
Yeah, I'm a
Sports
degenerate.
Gambling Podcast Network, Tessa's
Yes.
husband's
Yeah.
podcast, and then the Degenerates.
Yeah,
I
my
love it.
husband just came out with these female degenerate shirts, and since we started talking about it, I was like, I'll give Amy this one and get another one for myself.
I will be wearing this.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, so I don't know the context then of
the word degenerate?
with
A degenerate
gambling.
gambler is just like someone who can't stop gambling.
Okay,
And they
okay.
make money, they gamble it away. Once they
gotcha.
make it, so it's kind of a derogatory term, but people who play,
But
who
it's like
gamble a
fondly
lot,
between
use
you.
it kind of
Okay.
like, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it's like degen.
Better than degenerous. Poker player.
I've never heard degenerate.
You're
It's
rough.
a
And I
new
like it.
term.
Yes,
like we're
it's a new
talking
term.
about it. I
Yes.
happen to have a T-shirt that I just got today that says degenette.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got
No, like you don't want to be called like a comedian, but you do want to be called a degenerate. Like,
Yeah.
That's fair. Oh my
Yeah.
God, comedian.
I'm a lady.
That does
degen.
feel like it's kind of. I haven't heard it in a while. Maybe
No,
because no one
no.
talks about female comics at all.
We can't afford the boots anymore.
Only over the age of 60 am I hearing like,
Comedian.
a lady joke teller. You know, like
Yeah.
my dad's friends that's still asking if I watch what's the show?
Hacks.
Dad's always the older one, Marvelous Mrs.
Oh,
yeah.
But now they ask about hacks. Yeah.
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 I'm trying to break myself of the word actress. I'm just calling them all actors.
Yeah,
Actor.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
I prefer actor. That's a hard one.
Yeah.
Waiter, waitress. There's like stewardess. There's some of the
Yeah.
yeses. that-
Flight attendant.
Yeah.
I always
Yeah.
have to run that one in my head. To be
Yeah.
like, all right, let me be good here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lady chemist. I get confused.
That's so confusing.
I'm calling everyone lady first.
Connect.
So
yeah.
our podcast new name is Podcaster to Podcaster, by the way.
Yes.
Well, we've gotten a few pitches recently of people who obviously did not do their homework, and they're pitching themselves to be on the podcast, and they're like, "I love your podcast, Lady Party."
Yes.
And we're-
Lady party.
I
Sure.
mean, it is describing it.
Are there men always trying to get on?
They're not. That's kind of stopped.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
but sometimes we are on like some publicist lists where it's like this was clearly the send out for like we got a recently pitched a guy that was talking about boner stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're like,
We are
I mean, I
getting
do
starting
think
to
you
get
guys
into
do
dry
a lot of
pussy
interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Menopause or just dry pussy?
Yeah, menopause. But, I mean, which I'm like, yeah, that's interesting. But
Yeah.
we'll just get pitched some random stuff. But it was funny. Like, we got two that said Lady Party, and I was like, oh, we obviously got put on some listserv that's listing us incorrectly.
Lady
Yeah.
And I just wrote back to one. I don't know if you saw.
I saw that.
I just wrote back and wrote, our podcast is not called Lady Party.
Yeah.
Like, can you just look at what our name is? Like,
Yeah.
one second.
I know.
I got brought up in Portland as one of the hosts of Lady for Ladies. Is
Oh, I
Yeah.
haven't heard that.
Yeah,
It's
it
usually
was a
lady
new
on
one.
lady.
I know.
That
it was
also
new.
is true of the
It's-
podcast.
It is
Exactly.
true. That's the thing is, it is.
It is Ladies for Ladies.
You guys have
which
been
I
doing
appreciate.
this. I feel like you're some of the
10,000 years.
We are some
We're
OGs.
dinosaurs.
the podcast pioneers.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Thank
say.
you.
Might I
we
say
will be here for the
pioneers?
extinction of
The first time I did it,
Pioneeress.
which I want to say was like also 100 years ago.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
were messaging me being like, "I'm a big fan of this podcast."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was already a year because that was before COVID, I think. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
we've been around
Yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
We're just
Yeah.
No, you guys you're the first women who ever podcasted.
That's
in
true.
my book.
It's not wrong.
and put it in the
not
Guinness
wrong.
Book of World Records.
yeah.
Speaking
Yeah.
of books, Amy,
Yeah. Boom. And that is how
Hello.
you do it
First
when
of
you're
all,
a pro.
I just have to say, first and foremost, I went to my favorite place in the world, Vroman's Books, down the street here in Colorado, to buy your book. And as I was checking out, the cashier said, "I'm reading this right now, and it's very good." So a
Let's
random
go.
stranger said that.
Look at
It's
that.
still amazing to me when a stranger.
Right. You're like, how did you hear?
I'm like, how did you? Because
Yeah.
I think as a comedian, I have probably a larger network than most just straight writers.
Yeah.
So like one thing when I see a comedian who I don't know, I'm like, you got that from some other comedian. But to just a person in the world, I'm like,
Yeah.
did my dad pay you?
That's awesome. that is. It was your dad. Does he work out?
He
Yeah.
works. I
I
wish
had an
my dad worked at
organic
Romans.
recommend who didn't know that I was your friend, and then I was like, "Well, my friend wrote it."
Okay,
so I
let's
got to brag.
go, Let's
Yeah.
go. I think the Roxanne Gay blurb on the front is probably helping. You know, you get some.
That's
good,
Yes,
pretty great.
definitely.
Mhm.
yeah. Thank you guys for displaying it.
Of course, and
Yeah.
congratulations! It's just such a fun book. It's such a good book. I mean, really, really well done.
Thank you.
And it's your first novel.
It's my first novel. I'm like a short story writer.
Yeah.
And so I had sold this before it was done, and the entire time I thought maybe it just wouldn't come together, and I would have to like give the money back. But they do a smart thing when you sell a novel on a partial, which is they cut up the money into so many segments that it ends up being like $2 an hour for how long it took
Right,
me.
of course.
You know, so like they only are giving you a portion every like draft you turn in, and then when
Okay.
it finally comes out. So.
Here's your new carrot.
So to be honest,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have had to give much money back, is what I'm saying. But it got it. Yeah, after like 10 drafts, it finally started to come together, and I'm thankful for the editors that like took a risk on like 30 pages. I sold it on. So
Wow,
That's amazing.
Yeah, thank
Wow.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's such a fun. Without giving away too much, I mean, it's about a writing professor
I know, I
who
hate that it's about like a writer and a professor.
Why?
Just because like I ran out of time.
is that why?
I don't know. I just was like, she's a writer and she teaches.
I know. Isn't that funny when you're writing a character and you have to think of a job for them and you like literally cannot think of anything aside from your own? You're
Yes. And of course, all the plot is like invented. I've been going to like book clubs and stuff, and people will be like, how autobiographical is it? And I'm like, well, I've never like fucked Howard Stern and then his daughter, which is sort of like the love triangle. But of
Right.
course, I've had these feelings. I've had I've had difficult relationships and wonderful relationships with family members. I've taught and been frustrated by teaching. I've, you know, like it's all of your preoccupations are probably
There's a lot
there.
of emotional truths.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
That's the right way to say it. But the plot's all like invented.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, I took it as, well, I know that you're a writing teacher, but if I had just come to this book cold, I wouldn't have known that.
Yes, yeah.
But
yeah,
I took your choice to make the character a writing teacher kind of about like blurring the line. Like you don't know where the line is
Yes.
between fiction and nonfiction. And
For
I
sure.
had a writing teacher in college who said something to me that always really stuck with me. It was like, no one is interested in autobiography. It's emotional
Yes,
autobiography.
yes. And I have I've never written an essay. The closest I get to autobiography is like on stage. I have no interest in talking about my own life. I think it's pretty uninteresting. The only way I can get excited about writing is fiction, is to like invent something.
Yeah.
The protagonist also facilitates book clubs for rich women, which is another job I have. And now they're all reading the books. And I'm like, in the acknowledgments, I made sure to be like, I love my book clubs. Like, they're so funny.
Yeah.
I keep calling it satire. I don't even know what that means. Like, I don't know. But yeah, I
Throw
mean,
that on there. It's satire.
about them. I think I've taught writing for a long time, and I think I am just interested in, is it teachable? And in what way is it teachable? Writing.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that makes sense. For the listener though, like what is kind of the plot of We have a writing
Well,
teacher. Without giving too much away.
I mean, it's a creative
Yeah.
writing teacher that ends up falling in love with basically Howard Stern. But then
It's like a Howard Stern-esque
Type, yeah.
character.
Okay.
Yes.
and then also having an affair with his daughter at the same time.
I was mad at first when they wrote that on the back of the book because I was like, I think
Giving it away.
you're giving it away, but they know more than I do, and they were
You
like,
got to
"That's-
get people in with the
yeah,
juicy
yeah.
Got it.
It's kind of like a legacy of. There are a lot of great debut novels I think about love triangles. I like a love triangle.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I think a big theme is it's also like, the characters are exploring grief and things like
Yes,
that. And there's
yeah,
like
yeah,
a whole
yeah.
father-daughter component
Yeah,
to it.
yeah. A lot about like what we inherit, whether we wanted to or not. I think.
I'm trying to think if I've ever. I don't know that I've ever been in one really. Have you guys?
A love triangle?
Yeah. I think I made out with two brothers in Vegas.
That's one.
That's a lust triangle.
I used to be
I
like,
was there, I think.
let's get these brothers to call in.
brother to brother.
Yeah, brother to brother.
Please.
I used to be a notorious cheater, and I would have like two boyfriends at the same time. And this, of course, was because I was like unwell in my own life at like age 20.
Yeah.
So that's like as close as I've gotten.
I don't think I've certainly never been in a
a
love
true
triangle.
love triangle.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No, that would make me very uncomfortable. I don't think I would.
It's a lot
do
of
well
work. I
with
can like
that.
barely have like one boyfriend.
Yeah, what are
Yeah.
we doing?
But am I thinking all the time of leaving him for a woman? Yes, and hence we have this.
Then emotional truths. Emotional truths.
Of course, my
Emotional
bisexual
autobiography.
debut. Yeah.
That should be in her bisexual debut.
What's interesting is there was no romance between the protagonist and his daughter in the first like 3 drafts.
Okay, interesting.
And she actually had a different name, but it's the name of both my editor and some of my best friends. And then once it got sexual, I was like, I gotta change her name.
Yeah, we can't be
It's like
doing
too
this.
weird.
Just turning into Barbie dolls that I know.
Yeah, exactly.
Was it like you realized through the drafts that like there
Yeah.
actually was kind of tension
Yeah.
between those characters?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, and I'm not like plot is not my strong suit. I'm like a voice-driven writer. So the first drafts, like someone takes out a gun, like they just make no sense. I'm trying to like make plot. I'm like, there's a gun.
You're going improv rules.
yeah, I'm like this, doing my object work instead of the stand-up one, which is.
Yeah.
And then like as I just draft after every draft, I think is like a map of what you're actually interested in, the writer. So it's like you reread what you've written and you're like, oh, that's what I'm interested in. And some of it's a little scary. Like I kept running out of. I'd sold the book before it was done. It was supposed to come out a year before it did.
Okay.
So I think I ended up with a little more vulnerability and honesty than I had anticipated because I was running out of time.
You're like, I just gotta put it
I guess I gotta be what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
My own sexuality. So then it's like, yeah, probably. Maybe if I had more time, I would have invented more. We'll see how I do in the next book.
I do think it's so funny. Our friend, the comedian Heather Thompson, said to me once, like years ago, like, God, I'm so jealous of people that can make people laugh by not just revealing the most embarrassing thing about them. And I really found that relatable. Like, I think as comedians, like a lot of us, like we are so used to that experience of like, okay, here's my deepest, most personal thing.
But when I think about the stand-up I like most, it's that I feel that the comedian has revealed some vulnerability to me. Not that I don't like the people who are great at one-liners. They're amazing, but my preference is like to feel like I got to know the person.
Yeah.
So-
Totally.
Yeah, I agree for sure.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's nice. That's what's nice about having a deadline. You're like, here it is.
Here it is.
I can't fuck with it forever. I'm putting
Totally.
it out
I
there.
mean, people like talk to me about the ending too. I shouldn't say this on a podcast, I guess, like because it ends a little open-ended, and they're like, oh, like that, what an interesting choice, and blah blah. I'm like, I ran out of time. They literally were like pencils down. Like
Really?
I think I could have written it for 10 more years. I think in the end that was the right
like
decision.
everything. It's so hard. Yeah, like it's so hard to put.
And
a
the
button
ending
on
is
a
the right
something.
ending for this, but it's like I didn't have some great sophisticated reason for why I chose the ending other than I was like, I don't know. Let's end it like this, open ended.
I appreciate
But,
this.
you
'Cause
know,
I feel
I-
like so much more art is done this way than people
Yes.
realize,
Yeah.
especially
Oh.
writing.
Well,
Yeah.
For
first of all,
sure.
the ending again, not knowing that, I think
Right.
you plant the seeds for the ending like earlier in the novel.
Yes.
So it feels
ends-
justified.
yeah, I
It
don't wanna
doesn't feel
say-
tacked on at all.
No, yeah.
And
More
also,
just like it ends like it ends open-ended in this way that it's nice if readers think that I did that purposefully, but part of why it's open-ended is because I couldn't decide.
Right.
I was like, well, if I don't know, the reader won't know. Like, what can I say?
But I also do think there's this like thing of like, I think there's this presence that we get into like when we're up against a deadline where it's like you can't get in your own head.
Yes,
like, I
yes.
think what you actually are accessing is like what you really should
Yes,
be writing, but
yes.
it's like without all that junk that's like you
Yes.
overthinking and spending days to go get muffins and go on
And
walks.
worrying about
Yeah.
how people are going to read it or how, and
Yeah.
there's some great book I like, Michael Cunningham. He says people are always worried about the wrong things. And I found that to be true of the book coming out. The stuff I was worried about, it's like, nobody cares. And then there are other weird things of like my dad's childhood friends emailing me that I didn't anticipate.
Oh no.
It was like in a good way, but still
Yeah.
weird.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
No,
because it is
yeah.
like it's a sexy story.
Right, yeah. And my dad's childhood friends are like men who make clown shoes for a living. Just like absolute freaks, like emailing me.
I remember when you were a kid, your
Yeah,
shoes
yeah.
used to be a size 2.
Yes, my dad has
Wow.
a friend who makes clown shoes for a living, and he's always like, I can get you these. These are like very good clown shoes. And I'm like, I don't want clown shoes. My dad's like kooky. you
Like
know?
the big ones, like the
Just-
big like bulbous ones.
What other ones are there?
And
I just like wonder what the market
Most
for these are.
importantly,
How
like,
many?
Artisanal. They're artisanal. Like
Okay.
they're artisanal clown shoes. Yeah.
Oh, wait.
I'm really excited for your next novel when they fall in love with a clown
Clown shoe-
shoemaker.
yeah.
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 Gotta work this in.
Yeah.
Are they like red bottoms?
I've actually never laid eyes on that. I just know that they're out there, and that if we want them, we can get them.
I want
I am
them.
so
Do we know the price of these
Fascinated.
clowns?
They're expensive.
Oh, I don't
yeah,
want
yeah.
them.
Because my dad keeps saying, like, I can get you a discount. I'm like, you can't get me free clown shoes?
Yeah.
Like, I have to pay for them?
Clown shoes at cost. Okay.
Yes. Like, what's the discount?
Wow.
Um,
What if someone was just wearing those in life, just like at the bank?
They kind of look
At the
like bowling
grocery
shoes to
stores.
me, clown shoes.
That's
Yeah,
what I was
yeah.
For
thinking.
sure,
Yeah, it
bowling
kinda
shoe
feels like that.
adjacent.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I feel
Yeah.
like everyone had a girl at their high school who wore bowling shoes to school. As okay. And guess what? Two of them are
Both
here.
Brandy and Tess raised their hands. I had the vibe. I don't think I actually did it, but I definitely thought about
you
it.
coulda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
1,000%.
Yeah. Well, I took bowling for PE because I was a slacker, and so I just stole those shoes from PE.
I was in a bowling league
Yeah.
after college. We Don't Give a Split was our team. We were the
hell
only
yeah.
all-girl
Incredible.
team.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's
Where were you
good.
guys?
We won the first the first time we were in the league, which was like crazy. We weren't good at bowling. We were drunk the whole time. And
Yeah.
then we entered again. We got out the first round. It was definitely like beginners luck.
I feel like bowling, at least in my experience, is best when you don't care at all and you just
Yeah.
try.
Yes.
The
No,
second
yeah.
you get
Yes.
competitive, then you start just
Yeah,
hitting
yeah.
gutters.
Yes, it's
I
the
feel like-
getting
are
in your
you a
head thing.
good bowler? No. I feel like, oh.
And so my bowling journey was, so all my other
My
fun
bowling
slacker
journey.
friends, they were like, guess what? We can take bowling instead of PE this year. And I was like, oh, hell yeah. But they had already signed up. And so all my friends were on like the cool stoner girl team by themselves. I signed up late and I was with these two boys who took it really seriously. And like they brought their own gloves and their own ball. And I was just there because I was a slacker. And so like they would just bowl like strike every frame. And then there would just be like this sad silence when I got up for my turn.
So mad.
However, my handicap kept us to the top because I was such a bad bowler that my handicap really floated
Oh
the
my
team.
God.
How much does a
That's so
bowling ball
funny.
cost?
Was that a bowling
There's
ball?
a range.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm sure.
guessing.
If
You
we
can
had
do
to
the custom.
guess, it should. Okay, here's the fucked up thing. Don't you guys feel like if you saw Salvation Army? Let's start with that. Bowling ball at Salvation Army.
$30.
Oh, I was gonna say 5.
I'm gonna go like
I feel like
$11.99.
every place now is too expensive, so I don't know.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I feel like if you want a good ball, like a competitive ball, you're going to pay like 200.
That's what I think too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At
feels
least.
right.
We're looking at.
Yeah,
okay,
let's see. Let's see
And
how
I
close
don't
we
want
were.
a competitive ball, you know?
No.
I just want the one from Mystery
Well,
Men.
if you're getting
Yeah.
one, you want a
That's-
custom one.
True.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
True.
You want the Jesus.
Let's
or
go
whatever.
bowling.
Okay, I actually do like bowling.
Me too.
That's fun.
I actually hate bowling.
Not a hobby.
Way to shit on my dreams.
I'll go. but I don't like the pressure to give a fuck about what someone did bowling.
No, I
That's
get you.
No, yeah, you got when everyone's sitting around and you're like
all. Yeah, I'm
clapping.
like,
for
no,
everyone.
Yeah, we don't need to clap.
we
No,
don't
I don't
care.
want
And then the other awkward thing about bowling, I actually like a long time ago I had a stand up joke about this, but like the period of time like after you release the ball when you're waiting for it, like all eyes are on you and you're kind of like, what do you do?
And now
Yeah.
like people take videos. I'm like, don't take a video of me.
No.
I'm in a
No.
vulnerable position right now, watching my ball.
Oh yeah.
Move down the.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
we don't need this.
Poshmark,
Okay.
$30
bowling.
pre-owned.
Okay.
bowling balls.
Okay.
I'm putting this on
Pre-owned, you're
Poshmark.
looking at like 30 to $100 basically.
Okay.
Okay.
That's about what I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah, that tracks.
You know, I also pole vaulted in high school.
Were you good at it?
No, I was so bad I wasn't allowed to participate in the meets. It was another thing like you could get out of PE, but I would have
Oh,
a stick.
that's
I was
so
always like
exciting to
poking
pole vault,
everyone in
though.
the butts with the stick.
I feel like that's the closest to flying you can get without like skydiving.
Truly,
Yeah.
I could get over my own height, 5 feet. And then
Okay.
up from that got tricky.
That feels like it would be scary to like learn
fling
and be
yourself
bad.
over,
Start.
yeah.
How do you,
Yeah.
I don't even know how you even start.
No,
something
yeah.
like that.
Actually, the best girl on the team was like my height and very small. Like, so you could, if you have the right form, you don't need muscles.
Right.
But if you have muscles, that really like helps.
Helps
Flings
you
you.
last. Yeah.
Pole vaulting is the one that
fling.
came with a mattress, right?
Yeah.
Because I remember
so-
laying
you
on
go
that
land.
mattress for
Yeah.
sure.
I mean, I don't know they call them
There's
mattresses.
that little
They're more like pads.
The little
Yeah.
pit of like the foam or whatever.
I got
foam
confused
pit,
when you
yeah.
said mattress because I was like,
Oh, well, it's just like pole vaulting came with a mattress. Like as though you, when you started
You
it,
guys
they
can tell what
sent you
kind
a
of
mattress.
student I was.
yeah, like a mattress. Yeah.
I would lay down on the mattress.
I told someone I pole vaulted in high school recently, and they were like, "Do you still pole vault?" And I'm like, "Where would I go?
Yeah. What would you? Yeah.
Would I have a stick laying around? I go to the park."
There's definitely someone in
Bring my
Grove Park
mattress with
doing
me.
that right
Doing-
now.
yeah,
They're
pole vaulting.
1000%.
Oh,
yeah,
for sure.
And the answer is no. I have not continued to pole vault. I could barely pole vault then.
That sounds really like scary as an adult to pole
Yeah.
vault.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, your bones just in the air.
Yeah,
I don't
sure.
trust that.
Yeah.
Not at all.
I mean, have you guys as an adult been at like a trampoline park?
I haven't, but I heard it's like exhausting.
Well, it's yeah.
We're so like women in our 30s, like exhausting
Yes,
to do something
definitely.
joyous,
I just
like
heard,
jump.
like I have friends who've gone and were just like I was tired after like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
of
Well,
jumping,
It's a
basically.
workout, but what really is scary because you are like a grown up, so you get a lot of air.
Yeah.
Right.
So like I've had a couple jumps where I'm like, I
Yeah.
don't know how long it's gonna take me to come back down.
Right. And what will happen when by
Yeah.
the time I get back down?
Hope I land right on
Exactly.
my ankles.
Yeah.
Yeah. And also at these like sky zones and the what have you, all they do is take like regular trampolines and kind of like strap them together.
Right.
So it's a little bit scary too because you'll be in the air and you'll be like, I hope I don't land like on
Yeah,
the
the metal
the
bars.
barrier part.
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
they
Yeah.
make you sign a lot of waivers
Yeah,
for
of
that?
course.
For sure.
Yeah.
I think I'm past trampoline park point.
There's
I
some
think I'll
things
be
you
at
gotta
one.
wave in the rearview mirror and trampoline
I'm
park.
good. That can be
is
in my
good.
past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've gone to enough parties with like a bouncy house that I do for 2 minutes and I go, right, we're good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go to just like to
I
watch
hear
my
that.
friends
I'll do
be
a bouncy
winded.
house.
Yeah. It's always hard too to see like little kids and like one girl's like boyfriend all in the house together, and you're just like, look at this fucking idiot, like
Yeah.
bouncing around with 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
We did a CPR training recently at work, and the guy was like talking about how at every kids party he's like the one who's just surveying and making
Yeah.
sure the kids are okay.
Yeah.
And he was like, one of the kids is missing, and somebody's like, oh, they're fine. And he found him in the bouncy house with 2 lollipops in his mouth,
Yeah.
bouncing up and down like the
In the
biggest
dark
choke
by
hazard
Yeah,
of all
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Just like a cat nightmare, just like, hey! I just keep picturing this child. The
Find
best
your
night of this
child.
kid's life.
Literally.
He doesn't
Yes.
know.
I thought you were gonna say found him under the bouncy house, like the same thing.
Like the Wicked Witch with his
Yeah,
face
yeah.
sticking out. Yeah.
All right, should we play MySpace?
Let's get it.
Let's do it. You guys know. Here's the theme song. Enter here.
All right, Amy, favorite water?
favorite.
What the hell does that mean?
Did we even have different kinds of water when MySpace was around? I guess. We
Oh,
did.
my favorite. I mean, I like a sparkly. You
Yeah.
know, I'm not really a water gal. Sorry to say this. Drinking a lot of Diet
Wow.
Coke.
That's good.
Drinking
That's
a
good.
lot of coffee.
That's good.
You know, drinking a lot of
Okay.
iced tea. My pee. I don't even want to tell you what it looks like.
Productive beverages.
So yeah, I'm like, I love. You can trick me into water either when I'm like hungover in the middle of the night or sparkly. I
Okay.
think.
Okay.
I got to be tricked into
Oh,
water.
you don't go straight water.
No, I do.
She's doing it
whatever.
right
She's
now.
drinking a liquid
Yeah,
death
yeah,
currently.
Yeah.
And I do like it's like tricky me that it's in a can.
Yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's
that's
nice.
fair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's got like a hard.
Sorry to say something so privileged. Like I don't care about water.
I don't know.
you
We're just concerned for your health. No,
I'm
just
I'm
kidding. I
like
don't-
worried about everyone listening in Ethiopia being like this dumb bitch.
We do have a lot of Ethiopian
We do.
listeners.
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
They're pissed
No,
off
sparkling
right now.
water. It counts. I like to think
Yeah, I think
it
so.
counts.
for sure.
I just
I
feel like you have to drink more to get towards the.
I
It,
think
it
so,
feels
still.
like you know, it's when you really think about it. The minute it gets not cold, it does taste disgusting. But when it comes right out of the fridge,
No,
the
but you
sparkling
gotta
water,
catch it.
You gotta
quick.
catch
Yeah.
it quick.
I'll do a
It
room
cannot-
temp.
and then you're like, why is this water
You will?
sizzling?
Oh, but
I
not
need
if
it
it's
to
been
sizzle.
open. But you'll do
I like
it
it to
room
sizzle.
temp, like, but when you just open it, not like it's been sitting out open.
Either. Whatever.
Really?
Oh, Lord, I can't do
That's
it.
fine.
It's,
I'll do a
it's
room temp
cummy. It gives me
pamplemousse.
cummy.
You'll do a room temp pamplemousse.
Room temp pamplemousse.
room temp.
That
Of all
can't
the
be
things
me.
you told us, I'm shocked.
I can do it with a Topo Chico. That's about the only.
Yeah, those
that's
stay
the-
No,
spicy.
I
Yeah,
need
yeah,
it to
they
be
stay
so
spicy.
cold it's burning my throat.
Yeah. So is Topo your favorite? Because that's the most painful one.
Ooh,
I guess
yeah.
so. Now
Yeah.
that you mention it, but I like a funky flavor. I like it's so you know.
Yeah.
Only a glass bottle. I think Topo
Yes,
Chico
yes,
in a
yes,
plastic is bullshit.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
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 Okay, what's one thing you own that you should probably get rid of but just can't?
I got a lot of like figurines around my apartment.
Okay.
I got some tchotchkes.
Tchotchkes are tough.
I got
okay?
some tchotchkes, and some of them are from ex-boyfriends, you know. But they're a lot. I love wiener dogs. I think I look like a wiener dog, and I say that as a compliment to myself. When I say I look like a wiener dog, people are like, "No, no, no."
Do you
And I'm
have
like,
a wiener dog?
No, but I
Okay.
think like a little blonde wiener dog. When I see one, I go, "Me,"
You
and whoever's
identify with
walking it is like,
Yeah, yeah.
So I have like some figurines, tchotchkes of like little wiener dogs, and sometimes I walk into my apartment and I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
Like this is a mentally ill woman's apartment, or like a 90-year-old
That's all
teacher.
right. That's
Yeah,
all
that was
right,
like,
okay?
here's, I got you a tchotchke. You know, my friend got me one to take to the poker table
Aw.
because like people
fun.
have little like lucky.
Talismans or- yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's cute.
yeah. So yeah, I gotta get rid of some.
Have you reached? Are you at a tipping point situation now where people know that you like them? And
Yes, and no, don't get me any.
Okay.
Don't
Right,
get me any.
it's-
People get me like
it's
like
too much now.
towel, you know, like dish towels with wiener dogs on it. It's like I don't want
Too
to
much
be
now.
that kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like a few things, but I don't
I'm
need...
like I'm trying to be sexy.
the decor, yeah. We
I don't
keep
need
it
it to be
sexy.
like an 80-year-old teacher, you know. Like I'm not. I don't like keep it.
Wiener
keep it
dog
sexy.
wearing lingerie is
Yeah.
what you're
Okay,
saying.
that's
then.
what I'm saying.
Okay,
Now,
all
if
right.
anybody has the figurine of a wiener dog wearing lingerie,
Hello.
Yeah, we're
Talking
talking.
a little
Take.
trite at this
Yeah.
point.
Wiener dogs are really they're like are the in or they were for a second. They're like very in dog.
they are, and that of course that's upsetting to me because I've been a wiener dog since I was born.
Right,
You know,
right.
To hear suddenly I'm in.
now I'm-
Yeah,
You're not enjoying the spotlight.
No, I'm just like, come on, you know.
It's like it is always weird to me when a breed gets trendy or
Yes,
whatever. It
yes.
always
So
freaks
weird.
me
Yes,
out a little bit.
yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
And dachshunds, you know, we have trouble with our
You really identify.
we have trouble with our backs.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta be careful. We can't,
Gotta
you
be
know,
very
we
careful.
gotta make sure our tummies aren't dragging on the ground.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I also have a whole. I'm not gonna bore you guys with this, but I have a whole kind of like hierarchy, like almost like a fantasy football of like my favorite is short, blonde,
Oh, wow.
mini. My second favorite is, you know, I have a whole
Amy,
Yeah, yeah.
ranking.
How do you not have
that's
one?
what I was gonna say. I'm sure other people have asked you this, but like,
Well, it's against the bylaws. A dog can't own a dog.
I beg to differ. I think a lot of people get dogs
That's
for their
true.
dogs. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't be a good dog owner. I don't, you know, I have enough trouble kind of walking by myself. And I also
Well,
think
you
it-
don't
you're
like
ranking
water.
them.
That is true.
You just put Diet
but then
Coke in
I
your
also am
dog's
like,
bowl.
like it's one of those things that I love seeing one. I feel like if I get one, it might be like a huge disappointment, and one of us might die. You know, like we can't both be together in
No
the same
stakes.
apartment. Yeah.
it's the Spider-Man thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're both like, with our paws. We're both like,
Right, you can't both exist in the
Right,
same.
exactly.
My dog Garth
universe.
has a crush on this. It's very unrequited. Sean's coworker has a long-haired Dotson.
Oh,
and she's
yeah.
gorgeous. Delaney.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man.
It's
probably looks like me.
Yeah, you guys look a lot alike.
you.
Yeah, and she's such a bitch to Garth, and Garth just loves it.
My
course he does.
boyfriend has a dog, so my boyfriend would suck the dog's dick if he could. Like he's absolutely in love with the dog, and I feel like that's enough for me. I pat his head.
Oh yeah, if your partner has a dog, that's
Yeah, and he does a lot of like. He got the dog after we were already together.
yeah.
But he does a lot of like, oh, look how much you two love each other, and I'm like, this is too much pressure, like how you see like a stepmom and a stepson, like look how much you got, look at you two together.
Yeah. You feel like Julia Roberts.
Enough. Yeah,
A little bit.
He's like, oh, kiss his nose, and I'm like, I don't feel like kissing his nose right now. I'm not gonna be forced to kiss his nose.
What kind of dog is the stepdog?
He's like a big curly, like poodle type.
Okay.
that's fun.
Finn. Is his
He's
name.
me.
Yeah.
It's honestly,
Yes.
I
Yeah,
feel like
he's a
I
Babs.
feel like I'm across the from the dog.
Saying it'd be nice if you showed a little more affection.
Sorry, yeah. yeah. And Danny's always like, I think he's bored. I'm like, he's just being a dog. Like he's looking out into the window, like let him live.
Yeah.
Surveying there.
Our cats always are, they're not outdoor cats, but they love it when we open up the front screen, and I call it screen time.
Hey.
They will stare out there for hours at nothing. You're like, what are you fucking looking at? But they're
Just
entertained.
the world moving.
Yeah.
moving
We
by.
should be trying to get to their place.
That is very true.
Yeah.
We should be
Yeah.
as
That's how
fascinated
much-
by the world as it is as they
Right.
are.
I should be looking at nature 10
Yeah.
hours a day instead of my
sorry
phone.
to
Yeah.
I'm sorry to do this, but the very famous Mary Oliver poem that like Instagram influencers always quote, what will you do with this one like brief
yeah.
and precious life? In that poem, what she's advocating for is literally staring at the grass and staring at the grasshoppers. And so
And
it's
we're
so
all
funny
sharing
to
it
see
on
all
Instagram.
influencers be like, I'm getting on a jet to Bali. What will you do with this one brief and precious life? She's like asking you to stare at blades of grass. But that's the way that she's like a hyper nature poet. May she rest in peace.
I do think of some, I don't know, when was what era was she?
She just
alive?
passed away kind of recently,
Okay.
and she was like a Pulitzer Prize winning poet, very famous.
There are some people that I think that I'm so grateful that they didn't have to exist during social media.
know,
and
I
stuff.
mean-
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Although maybe she was like, everyone's sharing this poem, and
Yeah,
they're getting
she's
it
like
wrong, but kind
crushing
of nice
it.
to see it
Yeah.
everywhere. Yeah.
but just like they
Getting
got to
shown a lot
create
of
art
grass.
without it and not deal with when I love the Beastie Boys. Obviously they're still around, but MCA passed a while ago, and I'm glad you didn't have to deal with Trump. You know
Yeah.
what? You didn't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
And good for you.
What would you guys get rid of?
Oh, we get rid of.
AI.
Is it just the quiz for me?
No, we can. You can turn it
Yeah,
around.
yeah. No, absolutely.
Oh, I didn't know we could get rid of. I picked
it's
tchotchkes.
you.
I didn't know that I could.
Oh, yeah.
No,
So sorry.
it has to be
Oh,
something that
sorry.
we already own.
I thought that was actually.
Oh.
I was like,
didn't
I'll
know
get rid
about
of.
the-
I'll get rid of Trump. I was like, I didn't know I could pick.
Didn't know that was on the table.
Wow.
Definitely Trump over tchotchkes.
I'm like only concerned about my 5x5 apartment, 5 foot apartment.
I need to get rid of. I mean, clothes is always a thing. Like I just always have. Whenever I look through my closet, I'm like, I don't know wearing any of these.
What
but
are
I'm
these?
Just holding on
Yeah.
to
Who
this
bought these?
garbage. Yeah.
I got a lot of flour I'm never gonna use. Clear out the bacon shit.
Really?
I don't use it.
Yeah.
I'm just lying to myself that I'm going to.
Right.
I could have that
That stuff's
cabinet
very
space.
easy. Kitchen
Yeah.
stuff is very easy to hold on to if it
heavy.
just gets put in the
Yeah.
corner. Yeah.
Well, I have a very specific answer because this morning I was getting dressed. Okay. Actually, I would like to take this to the group.
Yeah.
I have a pair of gym shorts that I've had since 9th grade.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
They have Felix the cat on them.
Cute.
Okay.
And in like old English writing, it's like, I don't even know what it says, but it's like too cool for school or something. And like the elastic is definitely failing on them. But I wear them like twice a year as pajamas. And I'm pretty sure they're my oldest article of clothing, which is why I've never gotten
You can't get
of
rid of those.
No.
Really?
Because you've had them for so long. I don't know.
They're not even like, oh, I love these shorts. They've just
But I'm
made
just
it.
so impressed that they've made it for
Yeah.
so long.
Okay, so I gotta
Yeah,
keep them.
I
that's
think keep
tough.
them.
Damn it. Okay, well that was
Yeah.
gonna be my thing.
Especially if you wear them twice a year. My mom's very into getting rid of everything, and she like pilled me with that. I'm like,
Yeah.
if one season goes by and you don't wear it, get rid of it.
Yeah.
And now there's some things that I'm like, Those sweatpants.
I
are so
have
great.
gotten
I
rid
wish
of
I
like
still
one or
had
two
that.
things that I regretted before. Yeah.
I have too.
Yeah.
It's the overpacking because I'm an overpacker. Wait, you guys are too, right? You're not.
I've gotten better at it.
I'm
yeah.
an overpacker.
Okay, as an
aggressively
overpacker.
I'm also a
Yeah.
procrastinator, so I'm always throwing things in an hour before the flight and then getting there and being like, I brought a vibrator and no toothbrush.
Totally. Yeah.
So crazy.
Overpackers, we often don't have what we need.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
But I was
We
shamed.
never have what we need.
We
in
never
fact.
have spiritually, physically, emotionally. But I was shamed for so long about overpacking, and it was something that I tried to curb. And then I realized, God, every time I'm like, I did a great job not overpacking, I'm miserable the whole trip because I'm like, I want my bathrobe.
Yes,
I want my blow
right,
dryer.
yeah, right,
And so
right.
finally, once I said,
Yeah.
listen, your nature is, I said, you're a book hoarder and you're an overpacker. And once I just accepted those things about myself and stopped trying to fix
Yeah.
it, it was freeing.
You like having choices.
I like having choices.
Give her some choices.
That's great.
No, I agree. I
Exactly.
feel like
Yeah.
those are the kind of things that it's better to just be like, fuck it, this is who I am.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit.
Just
I'm bringing the
be
big
you.
suitcase.
I
whatever.
feel that way
Yeah.
about my absent-mindedness. Like I lose my car keys more than my car's been towed a lot, and now I just call it the tax of being me. I'm like, this is
Yes.
my tax. I can never figure out my car. My car was actually stolen recently.
Oh my God.
Old car over like 10 years old. It needed, but I was so sure that it was like towed or I'd parked it somewhere else because I've been
no.
towed so many times.
Right.
And it's just like the tax of being me. Like things are gonna just kind of leave.
Was your car
Yeah.
found or like?
No,
Oh, okay.
no, it's gone forever.
This is gone.
No, I had to go to the police station and everything in there.
I relate to this.
But I was so sure. I'd come out of a show, like I had a good set and was having fun. I was like clicking my heels.
Yeah.
It was like one of those days where you're like, da, da, da. I was
That's
downtown.
when it happens.
And then I look, I go, huh. I could have sworn I parked here. And then I
Yeah.
was like, I'm sure I've been towed. I'm sure there's some ticket I forgot to pay.
Oh my
Because I'm so
God.
disorganized. And then no, it's someone. And you know what else? There was a box of books in the back. So I'm like, this motherfucker, are they going to read my books? A box of my books.
Your own books?
Yes, my own books.
Maybe this actually came up well for you because this might be a distribution system
You think they stole it for the books? They're like, I got to get my hands on these books.
worth at least as much as the car. To leave this plane of reality for a while,
Yes.
that's
yeah.
so much better than a car.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Sure.
No, I had a car stolen as well, and it's the most surreal experience because your first thought is I forgot where I parked.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I'm always forgetting where I parked.
Same,
so, yeah.
same. And then your second thought is I got
got
towed because
towed.
you're
Yeah,
always
yeah,
getting
yeah,
towed.
yeah.
And then, like it takes a while for your brain. You're like, could it have been?
Stolen.
Wait.
Stolen?
Well,
Yeah.
especially an older car, you're like, who's steal? Why are you
Oh,
stealing
and it's like
this?
has so many miles on it. It was almost like God being like, "You're never gonna get rid of this. Like, I'll do it for you."
That's what
good.
happened,
Yeah.
with my old car that got towed. Well, we were recording a podcast.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
boyfriend came in and was like, your car's getting towed.
Yeah.
While
And
you
I'm
were
like,
recording
yeah.
it.
And I'm like, what the fuck? And like, I hadn't, it was old register. I hadn't registered it, but I couldn't get it to the thing to get smog checked. It was a whole, thing.
And then you're like, I guess I'm done with this. Car.
Yeah, no, he'd just
Yeah.
been sitting out. My fucking shitty neighbors called about it. And I'm
Yeah.
like, well, that's the again texting
Yeah,
me.
yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
that's just it.
Yep, the
I
car's
just
just
don't
gone.
have that car now.
Isn't there like a whole therapeutic orientation just about like self acceptance that you could really
hope
like
so.
Oh, yeah,
feel
there
better
should
if you
be.
just accept yourself for
Yeah.
who you are?
Yeah.
No, I can definitely feel it the older I get. Like, because I think I'm very aware of a lot of my flaws and I can
Yes.
get, mad at myself for them.
Debilitatingly self aware.
Yes,
Yeah.
and then it's just like, well, okay, that's here. You just have to learn to accept it. And
Yeah.
look, you're gonna be annoying sometimes. It's okay.
Your car's gonna get stolen.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I had that experience. I was at this like training thing on Sunday and a lecturer came and like gave a talk. Like I work with this program with kids and like someone came and gave a talk. And it was like the talk was over and we were going to get to go eat after. I had food poisoning, so I wasn't going to eat. So maybe that was part of why I wasn't like excited. Everyone else clearly just wanted to go
Oh
eat.
no,
Yeah.
Tess.
And they go, does anyone else have anything to say?
I
I did what? I raised my hand, said some bullshit to the fucking group of 50 people that just wanted to eat. I brought up a talking point, and I got in the car, and I was like, "Why'd you do that? Why?" Everyone clearly just wanted to go eat.
They wanted to be
Why
done.
why did you do it?
Because it's my nature. It's
Yeah.
the thing. I had to just you're
Right.
that
Yeah.
fucking annoying bitch. Like you can't. It came out of me involuntarily. I felt
Like
it.
as
happen.
you're talking, you're like, what is this? What am I didn't even know I knew this.
Why?
This talking point is something inside of me that I didn't know was in me. Yeah.
The guy's already got his stuff closed. He's
There
like,
is.
oh, I didn't
It's
think.
interesting when you're like forced to do stuff again. Like there are things I would like to maybe work on. I'm a real procrastinator. I have like a kind of a terrible avoidance streak that gets me into trouble. And my therapist is always like, when has avoidance served you? And I'm like, okay, Dr. Barbara, like
Dr. Barbara.
yeah. But when I have to teach, like I want to say to them, like, listen, I'm not going to have a syllabus for you for 3 weeks. Like, we're not going to have anything to do because that's not in my nature to be able to organize the class in a timely fashion. But instead, I just kind of, I still get there eventually.
Right.
So sometimes with stuff like that, I'm like, yeah, it's unusual for a professor not to be able to take roll or organize the class or give them homework. But that's just me.
Yeah.
And then other times, I'm like, you really got to sort this out. Like, you got to not be so avoidant because it causes you so many problems, like, down the line.
Right.
What is your favorite way to procrastinate, or what do you like to do in your
Oh, I mean, I got a lot of games on my phone. I'm playing my games. I'm playing poker on my phone. I'm attaching blocks of a similar color to blocks of another color, as every reality show that's ever been on plays in the background. I'm also I'm a porn person. I'm a masturbator,
A masturbator.
I had to tell my therapist, I was like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing a lot of like self-care as a way of not writing and reading. And,
No, those are the ultimate moments where you're like, it's a game, or like, masturbation, where you're like, I have a big list of things to do.
Yes,
but
yeah.
just a few minutes.
I have some like
Treat first.
positive procrastination stuff. Like I'm a big reader. Sometimes I'll like go on a run. The running always seems like I'm running from something.
Yeah.
Like, where are you going, bitch? Yeah.
Always.
And I'm running in circles because I have no sense of direction. I'm afraid I'm going to get lost.
Do you run at the Rose Bowl?
No. I just run around my neighborhood.
Oh, okay.
Like a freak.
The Rose Bowl's a fun, if you like a circle.
I'm running around my neighborhood, and I think the people are there like, this woman is coming past us over and over and over.
Do you have to end on an even mile?
No, I don't have that kind of OCD.
Is it?
I don't have exactly what you have.
If I get to my house and it's like 4.81, I'm like, my neighbors just see me like, I'll run by Brandy's
I gotta
house.
do a little lap.
Yeah.
I have to.
If I'm ever
fair.
counting steps, which I'm not right now, but like, at the end of the day, when you want to hit 10,000, I'm just like, in my house, just like doing a box step. I'll do
Yeah.
the box theater box step a lot.
A box step.
That'd be what you gotta
Oh,
do.
man.
All right, should we do a lady problem?
Let's do it.
If you have one, send it to us, ladytoladycomedy@gmail.com. Or you can give us a phone call, 323-6-BUT-30.
Oh, wow. Where do you get the calls? Is there a phone in here?
We have a Google Voice, but
Is
you have a phone. Look at my phone.
I'm like so dumb. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me of like being in 7th grade. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so cute. Okay, here we go.
Hey ladies, I'm a really big fan and I'm nervous to leave this.
Aw.
Anyway, sorry if you can hear my baby in the background yelling. She's very outspoken and
Baby's
loud.
got a problem.
Anyway, I really want to get back into doing art. I'm a stay-at-home mom and would love to work on a book with my mom. We have different ideas for children's books. However, she would do the storytelling, I would do the art for it. And I'm having a lot of trouble just finding a time and motivation with my baby. She's having a really hard time sleeping through the night. She's almost 8 months. It shouldn't be this way still, but it is. And, any time I do have where I'm not with her, I'm, spent either cleaning or making dinner, making lunch, making breakfast, doing errands and everything. So, just having a hard time finding a time to carve out. We don't have any family in the area to help, watch her while I could do art or anything. We moved somewhere new. I just want some advice on how to find time to do that and, pursue my passion while also taking care of her. My husband works a lot, and he has jujitsu that he does.
Well, that's the first thing that can
3
go.
nights a week after work, which I don't want him to stop doing, so it's great for his physical and mental health. But yeah, I would love some kind of outlet too. Okay. Love you all. Thank you for a wonderful podcast. Bye.
Oh,
Aw.
so sweet.
Does anyone in here have kids?
No.
No.
I have a dog.
That's so tough because I'm like, I don't even have a wiener dog, and I can barely find time to write.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Yeah.
man.
No, I
What
mean,
a
I think about that a
tough
lot. I'm like,
situation.
I know.
like juggling so many things. I'm like, I can't imagine.
No,
Also
all
having
of my
kids.
friends that have kids, I'm like, because I honestly, like, I'm like, every day is a fresh nightmare without children.
Yeah,
like, every
right.
day.
Right.
Yeah, there's so many
like,
things.
I don't understand how my friends with children.
No, I'm so
are
impressed.
doing
I'm
it.
like there, and you have this little crying being who needs you to live.
yeah,
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's part of it. Is it's just like that has to be your focus, so you have to
Yes.
push the other shit
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Sometimes, you know.
Well, and I mean, the thing with like my dog, he's actually a great writing partner because he just turns into like a bagel on my lap and it's
Yeah,
like, very
yeah,
low maintenance.
yeah.
I can just do my thing. But,
Can
like, a
your kid be a bagel?
They can't bagel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So like straight up, someone else needs to watch this baby so she can work on her book for a little bit, and it's
Yeah.
got to be your husband, and it's got to be at least one of these nights he's going to jujitsu. Please
Yes.
be
How
serious.
many nights? How
3
many
nights
a
a
week?
week?
Oh, 3 nights
Yeah.
a week. Okay.
Okay.
3 nights a week.
I think we can go to 2.
We
She
can go
said
down
she
to
doesn't
2.
want him to stop because it's like for
Well,
his
he
mental
doesn't have to
health.
stop, but I
I'm
think
like,
two-
how about your
Yeah.
mental health,
Yeah.
sweetie?
Exactly.
Yeah. I think
like,
you need to have a real conversation with him and be like, I want to prioritize being able to work on this stuff. I need time to myself away from this kid
Yeah.
too.
Because I also think
You
it's
know.
like it's for her mental health.
Yeah,
right?
no,
She's
exactly,
doing
yeah.
Jiu-jitsu
It's
3
for the
times a week is
well-being
for
of
his mental
all.
health. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I do want to say too, like, look, if you get, if you decide like he's doing 2 nights a week and then you get one night,
Yeah.
don't. If for some don't also feel like I have to product. This is my
No,
only
yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like you can also chill. Like you deserve some time
Yeah.
to yourself to just
Yes. Yeah.
exist.
I know
you
she said there's no family around, but could we? Is it the baby's too small maybe to get a babysitter? I'm like a babysitter.
I think you can get a
one-
babysitter for
at
8
8
months.
months.
One
Yeah,
night,
I don't know.
One
I don't know.
night, I'd love
Yeah.
to see a. My
Yeah.
other just advice in terms of when you don't have a lot of time to write, I like the Pomodoro method,
Oh, I
which is
love
like
that.
what
Yeah,
they
yeah.
use for, I think, ADHD is you set a timer for 25 minutes and just see what you get done in that 25 minutes. And it's amazing once the timer's going, how much you can get done. That I, speaking for
Yeah.
myself, have spent 3 hours putting off. Sometimes it'll be just like sending an email. And once that 25-minute timer is on, you're like,
Yeah. Vroom,
Yeah,
vroom.
yeah. I
Let's
think
go.
I think
Yeah,
I think
vroom.
small chunk taking advantage of small chunks
Small
is really
chunks.
important.
Yeah.
Well, and I think too, like, I wonder if, like, you say you spend a lot of time, like, cooking and prepping meals. Like, can you do more, like, bulk prep type stuff too? Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
plan your.
You bulk prep, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, she said like she was like I spend most days making lunch, making dinner. So
Yeah.
maybe if you can spend a Sunday like prepping, for the week, that'll take.
Let's get
that'll
one
help a
day
little
of
bit.
like lean cuisines.
yeah,
You know,
also that.
ain't gonna kill you.
No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
right. I mean, like
Yeah.
if you guys are in a financial position to, I think, yeah. And if you talk to your husband, like I don't know what the husband's, maybe he does need to be at jiu-jitsu 3 nights a week. Okay.
Okay.
Then if he's working that much, are you guys in a position where he could at least like maybe you guys could work out getting a babysitter one of those nights
or one
too?
night getting
Yeah.
delivery.
Or I was gonna
in,
say,
you
yeah,
know?
like even because I feel stupid even saying this because you have a child and you're doing all
Right,
that. But like
right.
I told my friend, I was like, I'm so tired of having to think what to make, where to get
I
it,
eat
what-
deli meat over the sink like
Yeah.
every day. Like
Yeah.
I'm not making myself.
Is your boyfriend okay with that?
Like he cooks like I call it prison food. He cooks like just piles of like what looks to me like slop, and I eat that gratefully.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, he's just making like piles of meat. He makes
Yeah,
something
yeah,
called
yeah.
special meal, which of course is spaghetti. It's like the only thing all men
yeah.
can make. Yeah. And he's like, here's special meal, and it's like slop, slop, slop. But we don't live together. We've been together. This is the other kooky thing. We've been together 5 years. We don't live together because I have some.
Put it off as long as you can.
I have some, things with living. I just love
Yeah.
living alone. I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
living alone.
Yeah.
Grew up in a crowded house.
Fair.
It's hard for me to imagine. I've never
fair.
lived with anyone before, a boyfriend. I mean, so I'm
Yeah.
No, it's
yeah,
understandable.
he keeps moving closer to me. I'm like, maybe eventually we can just live next door to each
Yeah.
other. Yeah.
Go to
Yeah.
next door, get one of those can phones. It's great.
But yeah, I
Yeah.
spend a lot of like stupid money on food that I know if I could just learn to cook better that I wouldn't have to. But it's also I
It's
got
the
my taxes.
time.
It's Amy Tax. It's a
Yeah,
tax on
yeah.
being me.
Yeah.
Totally.
Well, and it's like you only have a finite amount of an executive function a day too.
Yeah,
and it's
exactly.
Like, if that's where you're spending your mental energy is like on figuring out what are the meals for the day or whatever.
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah. I wonder
oh,
if we
God.
can. I
Yeah.
think that's a good point of like, how do we restructure the mental energy?
It's just like I'm a good cook, and I'm always like. I also was raised by grandparents that lived through the Depression, so I'm like, no
Okay.
food can ever be wasted.
Yeah.
So I'm always
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
well, you got
Yeah,
that zucchini that's gonna go
Yeah.
bad tomorrow, so you better
Right.
figure out a way to saute
Yeah.
that with some garlic tonight. And I'm like, that's my brain is always.
I was
doing
raised by a
that.
woman always bringing home takeout. And then my
Oh,
mom goes, why
nice.
don't you know how to cook? I go, where would I have learned that, lady?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it can be a little intimidating sometimes. You think like, oh, I need to prep like meal, but you can prep like the ingredients. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just get the
Yeah.
ingredients ready,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
those can be multiple things.
Yeah.
You know,
I
Yeah.
never do that, but
Yeah.
that's a good idea.
I do it like if this is all like ideal, but
Yeah.
if I'm like really crushing shit, I am doing that.
Yeah. You can do like a bunch of like little egg cups or something, and that's like your breakfast for the week. Like, or like I have little containers of like protein powder, like with all the stuff in it, just like ready to go. That way in the morning it's just like boom, boom, done. I don't want to think about
That's
it.
nice.
Yeah. Anything to like just not have to be like, oh shit, the first decision I'm making is like, I don't know, do I need creatine today? I don't know. It's like, fuck, who cares?
I
Like,
think
stop.
sometimes we
Yeah.
get into these habits or these thought
Yeah.
patterns of like, I have this of like, I got to write this much every day.
Yeah.
Like, I got to
Yeah.
write whatever. And then I think if you let those go and just think, I'm going to just look at what I've written. Like, I'm going to look at for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I'm going to look. Again, this like 25-minute thing of like, even if she could just do 25 minutes of making art, like
Yeah.
25 minutes a day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, where would that? Then
Yeah.
when the week's over, you've done, I can't do math, but
Well, and I'm curious I don't know what's
125 if it's a
working
Yeah.
with her mom, like if
Yeah.
they're going
Yeah,
back and
yeah,
forth or
yeah.
Yeah.
you know, but I feel like you do have an advantage there with like I think that working with somebody else can be nice because it gives you accountability. So maybe you guys set little goals for each other. Like, look, I'm gonna send you, she's gonna send me like a few, page this
A
week.
deadline.
I'm gonna send you an
Yeah.
illustration next week.
Yeah, yeah.
And just
That's
something
nice.
like that. I would try that back and
that's
forth.
fun.
Yeah, that's
Where
nice.
it's like you're giving each other a deadline in a week. That's not an insane amount to turn back, but you're just doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But doing something.
I've had a lot of
Yeah.
success writing things like on retreat too. Like that might be kind of a cute, fun thing. Like maybe when the baby's a little bit older, like maybe you and your mom could get like an Airbnb
Yes.
somewhere and
Yeah.
just be like, we're just busting out a draft of this book
Yeah.
over 3 days, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
just
yeah.
get weird and like write a whole book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember a retreat me and Whitney went on where we was like it was like so fucking creepy.
Oh, I recommended that place. To
Oh
you
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and obviously she loved it.
We didn't see one. We just saw the only other person we saw was a man in the distance. And
I
it
did some of
freaked
it when
us
I
out
was
so
like
bad.
I couldn't get like even a good draft together. Times being like crushing on top of me, and
Right.
with this book, I went to like Idlewild and I let a man with a long gray braid tap me on the forehead to like unblock me. And I like and they gave me crystals, and I wrote worse that week than I had even written at home.
But but it doesn't. But I've had a lot of good experiences
Yes,
with
yes,
them.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
remember
yeah,
this one.
yeah.
But yeah, that's a really good idea if you guys get some time
If
together.
if a guy with a gray long gray braid wants to tap you on the forehead to unblock you, maybe skip that.
Not
Skip
worth
that
it.
part.
Yeah.
I'm doing this thing, and I don't know if this will work for you, but oh my god. Our friend Julia Prescott runs a lot of like workshops for writing and stuff,
Yeah.
especially just getting you to do the thing
Yes.
without thinking.
Yes.
And she has this thing right now where you sign up and you have to do a certain amount of pages each week. I'm trying to finish a feature. So she sets a bunch of deadlines for you, and then if you don't reach your deadline each week, you said that you'll pay a certain amount of money to charity. So if I don't finish my pages by the end of the week, I have like a chunk of money that's
How
gonna
much are you gonna owe?
$300.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
She was like, I recommend it being something that you're
That
gonna,
would be
and
painful.
That would suck.
I've written more in the last 3 weeks
Yeah,
than I've written in
yeah.
a long fucking
That-
time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because every week I'm like, fuck, I have to fucking make do
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and I feel insane. And like it's more than I've written in a long time. And I
Yeah,
don't think,
yeah.
but it's working. So
I've
Yeah.
heard of that. I've also heard like some people like time limits of like my mentor Amy Bender does 2 hours a day, and she tries to do the same time every day. And if she doesn't write during those 2 hours, she stares at the wall. It's like you just aren't allowed to read a book. You aren't allowed to go on the internet. So it like creates this space of like
Oh,
boredom.
that's interesting.
2 hours for me can sometimes feel really intimidating, so I'll do something shorter. But I also like a certain amount of words every day. I know it's different for screenwriting, but if you're writing prose, 250 words is a page.
Yeah.
So you think like I'll write a page a day. That's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
pretty
yeah.
like doable.
It is
Yeah.
doable.
well, it's
yeah.
funny at the beginning of the week. It's like, oh, that's easy. I can write 2 pages per day. And
Yeah,
by the end of
yeah.
the week, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
I think too. I mean, I guess everyone's process is different, but I know like I relate to like John Cleese when he talks about creativity. He's like, it's like you need to like submerge yourself into the liminal creative space.
Yeah.
That's why I actually do need like pretty long chonks.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I
Yeah.
couldn't get much done really in a half an hour
Yeah.
because it takes me like 10 minutes to float down there. And
Yeah,
then I
yeah,
get weird.
yeah.
And then like
Yeah.
if someone calls or texts and it's like, all right, come
Well,
back
I
up.
think the hope
Yeah.
is
Gotta come
always
back down.
my hope is always I tell myself I only have to do this for 25 minutes, and then once I'm down there,
Yeah.
I'll stay a
Yeah.
lot longer.
Yeah.
It's the starting that's so fucking hard.
It is. And put
Yeah.
your phone away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
That
read this
way,
great
definitely.
interview. Maybe it was from the Parish Review with like, what's her name? Fran, you know.
Leibowitz?
Yeah. So
I was gonna say dress shirt.
The ultimate Rorschach.
It's like the hardest job the ultimate Rorschach. The hardest job I ever had was not writing. Like, it's so painful to not write. It's
Yeah.
so painful to put off what you know you should be doing.
Yeah.
And then once you start writing, you're like, this feels so much better than procrastinating. Like, there is nothing harder than putting off the thing you want to be doing, know you should be doing.
Yeah.
You know?
Right, and you just
Right.
put so much pressure on all of it, when
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
you avoid it because of all it means this or that without just doing it.
And once I'm not doing it, then it exists in my mind as this perfect.
Yes.
And once I start it, it's going to come out not perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and when you're
definitely.
putting something off to you are still expending energy on that.
Oh,
thing.
and the energy's terrible.
Totally.
Yeah.
I'm like
Yeah.
watching
Oh,
reality
yeah.
TV instead of writing. I feel awful. I'm like, fuck you to myself. I'm like, fuck everyone on Love Island. Fuck me. If only I would just write, then I wouldn't be hating myself in this moment. Yeah. It's not like I'm relaxed in those moments when I'm putting off.
No,
And I
yeah.
mean, I hope this goes without saying, but like, please try to be kind to yourself
Yes.
because
Don't say
you're
fuck
dealing
you,
with
fuck
a
you,
lot.
fuck
You're
you.
dealing
Yeah,
with
yeah,
a
yeah.
No.
newborn who's not sleeping.
Oh,
through
I mean,
the
I
night.
cannot imagine.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
saying fuck you to myself. I don't have a baby or a Weinerdog. This woman is, come on.
An
I mean,
8-month-old.
jujitsu
an
husband.
8-month or a
Yeah.
jujitsu husband.
Yeah.
My husband doesn't exist. I have a boyfriend who makes slop.
But good question: is your boyfriend or is your husband making slop?
That is a good
Let him
question.
make slop.
Where is his?
Can he make at least spaghetti?
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
the
yeah,
one
yeah.
thing that all
Yeah.
men can make is
Yeah,
spaghetti.
have him be in charge of one dinner a night.
Yeah,
Or one dinner a week would be
yeah,
nice.
whatever.
Yeah.
I think you need to
or
really
meals, and that can be delivery if he so
Yeah.
chooses.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I think it's really worth talking to him though and being like, I need to prioritize these things for myself and my
Yeah.
happiness and the happiness of our family and our child. So
Yeah.
like, how can you help me? How
Just
can
explain that to him.
Yeah, you need to explain that to him.
Do you guys have, because this is the thing I struggle with when I want to have like an intense conversation with Adam. I never know when it's
Yeah.
like,
When
when
to do
do
it.
you drop that? And I always feel like it's always, he's never expecting it. And he's always like, what?
Yeah.
And
I'd say
I'm
not
just-
on a slop
Just
night.
like, by the way, I have
with
a
a
lot
gun.
of intense
I'm like, I
thoughts.
got a lot of stuff I got to talk about.
That's what it feels like. I feel like I just slopped onto him.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Well, and I, as
Yeah.
like an avoidant, I know I'm so fucking annoying, and
I'm
sometimes
an avoidant too, and so like I have to force myself.
Yes.
But then it comes out at really
Yes.
weird times.
Well, and I know sometimes my boyfriend tries to have like a talk with me about, let's say, like moving in together, and suddenly I pretend like I can't hear.
Are you serious?
I'm like, what's going on? Do you hear ringing in your ears? Is that my phone? You know, I'm just like so annoying, and then I have to be like, okay, like have a conversation that can be difficult.
I saw this video of this kid who started a booth for compliments, like a lemonade booth, but you could get a compliment
Aw.
from him. And it was really cute, but the interviewer was talking to him, and the interviewer was like, okay, well, like, so what's something you want to compliment about me? And the kid goes, what? And he's like, don't pretend you didn't hear me. It was so fucking
I do a
funny.
lot of like pretending I have like sudden hearing loss when like someone's trying to get me to have a difficult conversation.
Classic dad move.
Yeah.
So funny.
Very much so.
Oh my
But yeah,
God.
I think make sure he's, like have a conversation with him and be like, I also need you to like lift a
Yeah.
little bit in these areas where you're not.
Yeah,
you know.
and it sounds like he's right now the one that's like bringing in the income,
Yeah.
but that doesn't. You're doing a
You're working.
shitload
Yeah.
of work.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so don't let that be a factor that makes you think that this isn't space that you deserve, or
Yeah.
that this isn't like a reasonable.
I know that
need.
psychologists always say like if you're trying to have a difficult conversation with someone, never say like you do this. Always say like I'm feeling like I need a little bit more time.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Make it an
I
I thing. Yeah.
Yeah, well, because it is. I mean, I'm sure like.
No, she seems to like her husband.
Yeah.
She didn't give him even the jujitsu. She wants him to do it. Like, if I wrote that letter, I'd probably be like, and he has to fucking do jujitsu 3 nights a week. She's like, he needs it for
For sure. Oh, also, I wonder, are you part of any like mom groups that you could talk to
Yes. Yeah,
and be
you need
like,
support.
hey, like I want to do. Does any moms want to have like a creative hour where we hop on Zoom and just keep each other accountable like once a week or something like that?
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, just so because I don't want you to be like cut off. I just want to know like how social you are with people too, because I feel like that feeds creativity as well. So you're not just like baby husband. Oh my god, I need to write and be inspired, and you're like, well, you haven't been inspired by anything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
Can
like
the baby do jujitsu?
yeah,
Probably. They're really flexible.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that I would say. Just try to like see if there's more people that you can just be talking to that also might be trying to go through this kind of thing.
Seems really hard to be a mom.
Oh my God,
God.
like so hard.
Crazy. You also just like birthed the baby out of your body 8 months
Yeah.
ago. So like you
Came
might
right
still
out of
be
your
physically
vagine.
recovering from all this shit.
No,
too.
I think there's
Like,
a lot of like.
lot.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think it's awesome that you want to work on this
Yeah.
thing, and the fact
Yeah.
that you're. I think it's we all have ideas that like literally can be sitting there for years before they even see a page or
I
see
sometimes
anything.
need that amount of time. Like,
Yeah.
percolate. A friend of mine, also the debut book came out, and we did an event together, and they were asking her like how long it took to write, and she was like 2 years and 35 years.
Right,
like,
exactly.
You know,
It's kind of the beautiful thing about being creative sometimes, I think, is like you never know what like idea that you had from so long ago might become a thing or whatever. So you're still doing it.
Yes,
Even right now while
that's
you're like
such a good
building it
point.
inside of
Yeah.
you.
it's
not-
percolating inside of
yeah.
you. Things are happening. That's such a good point.
Yeah.
Because even when you're not writing, I think even when I'm yelling "fuck you" to myself, "fuck you," you still are doing.
Yeah,
Things are happening
it's-
inside of you.
You're
Yeah, your
building
brain's-
inside
There's
your
movement
head.
doing
going
The
on
Rube
inside of
Goldberg
you.
machine in your head.
Exactly.
Kicking
Yeah.
some things around. And maybe like you should keep a little like notes app for that of like when you have these like random thoughts. Because I feel like every creative person does have those when you're like washing
Yeah.
the dishes or whatever. So like maybe it's helpful to keep a little note in
She
your
was
phone.
saying she wants to make art, right? So I think
Yeah.
that is
Yeah.
the one thing.
Well,
of,
too,
like,
yeah,
you
but
kinda
or
have to figure
doodling,
it
but
out.
or like doodling or whatever,
Doodling,
something where it's
yeah.
like
Yeah.
low stakes.
Yes,
version
low
of it.
stakes. Oh, when I
Yeah.
was working on my book, I started to not be able to look at a computer. It like made my blood pressure rise. So I did a lot of writing in the Korean spa because I get relaxed
yes.
there, and I would take notebooks, and I was in the jacuzzi, like the papers are melting.
Oh my God,
everyone's
we're
looking
all
at me like
becoming
I'm
this lady.
demented. Yeah, I'm like in the sauna. I'm sweating on top of like just yellow notepads. It was like so, but it was the only way I could only write in little fragments everywhere and then put it all together at the end because I got too, I think, anxious about the outcome otherwise.
Yeah. It's
Makes
a big
sense.
it's also like a big deal. I think it's easy to like psych yourself out of like
A novel, and I kept being
Yeah.
like, all I've ever wanted is to like write a novel. And then the minute I sold a novel, I was like, fuck you.
yeah.
I don't even know who I'm saying fuck you to, you know?
Totally. Well, and I wonder too if like you and your mom have like, if it's a kids book with like a character or something, like you don't need to be diving right into like the book too. But if it's this character that you like, could you guys do like a 1-panel cartoon about them or something, just to like warm up together to feel like you have accomplished something, you know?
Yeah.
Like maybe
you know.
children's book as the first goal is a little intimidating.
Yeah. Like Liz Climo, go follow her on Instagram. I feel like she does these amazing like little 1-panel cartoons every day that it's just like, here's a fun idea, and if it takes you guys like a week or two to just like figure out what that like little 1-page thing is, like that's
that's a
something
good
you
idea,
did,
too.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you're playing in that world, or like completely different thing, but it's all playing ultimately. It's just very
Right.
stressful.
Like process as opposed
Yeah.
to results. That's what I'm always telling myself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always tell myself like, don't be so stupid. You're doing this on purpose and you get to do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what,
I chose this.
the amount of times I have to tell myself every week, this is what you wanted, this is what you wanted. But that's also part of just being me, is like complaining about the things I wanted and have now gotten.
Yeah.
I wanted to teach creative writing, and now I'm walking into the classroom being like, these little motherfuckers who are in college and want to learn.
I think whenever you do something a long time, though, it's like, you can't help it.
Oh yeah,
It's just
the
salty.
quickest way to hate something is to dedicate your life to it. You know, but you also love it. Yeah,
So that's on the other end of it, by the way.
yeah.
Once your book
Yeah.
is off to the races.
Yeah.
Amy, this has been so fun.
It's already over? I was
Yeah.
having so much fun. No,
That's it.
I want to stay here forever.
You can hang out. We got stuff to do.
Ask more questions. Let me talk more about being a degenerate poker player.
Tell everybody where they can get your book.
At every bookstore, you can get it.
Go get it.
And if they don't have it on the shelf, be like, why not put this on the shelf?
Yeah, put it right in the front.
I've been being so strange when I walk into bookstores, moving a book into a window.
You have to be doing
Yeah. Thank you guys so much for reading it and for buying it. You don't even have to read it, for buying it.
Will there be an audiobook at any point?
There's an audiobook that I did.
Hey,
It's available now.
great.
Yeah, I did the
so if you
audiobook.
love this voice,
And I've been screaming this entire time. You're like, I can't listen to this bitch read her novel. She's screaming. She's screaming.
No, I think I read it in like 2 days.
Oh, that's so nice of
It's a
you.
great read. and
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, and tell everybody where they can find you online.
I'm at Amy Silverberg on Instagram, at Amy Silverberg Rules on TikTok, where I don't do much. And Instagram's the best way to get a hold of me. You can email me at bigjugsrule@gmail.com. Also, truly.
published author, everybody. I love it.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
you.
absolutely.
We've really gone lady to lady.
Lady from lady.
Yeah.
Lady on lady.
We should end the show that we've really gone lady to lady.
And that's the
I'm trying
lady
to
part,
do
you guys.
the NPR voice. And we've been lady to lady.
Thanks, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Bye.